Normally in my personal life, I wouldn't do like this, I won't talk like this, I will never put you in this situation, but this is business, right? No matter how difficult the business choice is, you can still do it in a human way. Humanity doesn't have to be swiped out when your ID card is swiped in to go into the office. Normally, when anybody works for me, what I start doing is finding out what their aspirations, what their goals are, and what can I do to make them successful with or without me, with or without the organization we're currently working in. Why is that important? If they know that they have that freedom to choose, I want them to choose to come to work every day, not come because they don't have another choice. When they choose to come to work on my team for the organization I'm a part of, then I get their full intellectual capital, I get their loyalty, I get their commitment. All these things money can't buy.
Well, I must say, I had so many takeaways. And this woman, Cass, her style of speaking and her integrity is so beautiful. Her light just shines so beautifully. The big takeaway I got was a true legacy of a leader is not about what I accomplish, but about knowing how many lives I touch and what I leave behind. What I leave behind.
Because you'll learn more about yourself by actually helping somebody else take that journey. And if we can give and take, because being able to accept help is a huge thing. Most of us are very, very uncomfortable. Can a relationship be one-sided? If I'm only giving and I'm not willing to take, is that a healthy relationship? No. And if you have that courageously optimistic persona and the way you make life choices, then we end up inspiring others to find their inner strength. And that's when we become leaders. Only when we inspire others and help them make their journey to reach their full potential do they become willingly our followers, and thereby we get the privilege every day of being a leader.
I'd just like to say a couple of things about Dr. Henry's presentation. She's an amazing woman. She motivates people beautifully and never raises her voice. I think that's terrific. A lot of motivational speakers shout. She gets her message across in a soft voice, and it's an inspiring message.
And a good leader will make sure their entire team is empowered to knock some sense into you. Why? Because they are your eyes and ears. When you are trying to do something, your team is doing something, and they are making you better than you can be all by yourself. Purpose of a business is to be there for the long haul, right? The sole goal of a corporation is long-term value creation, right? Not short-term profits. And knowing that I can't be silent, I have to do the right thing because my stakeholder community is depending on it. My customers are depending on it, my investors are depending on it, my family is depending on it, my society is depending on it, and my entire supply chain is depending on it. Every day somebody tells me, but I did nothing, why are you blaming me? Or why should I care because I really didn't do anything? And the question I ask is, okay, you're crossing the street, you're at the middle of the intersection, a car is coming at you, what do you say? You just stand there? I mean, seriously? You won't be alive to come and tell the story to anybody. Every choice is like that. Are you going to get in an intersection and wait to be hit? And doing nothing is a choice.
There's a bigger world out there. There are issues. And to think about those issues within the context of my organization, in fact, my industry, where we might be able to make a difference in a lot of other ways besides economic.
How many of you work for people where your boss is just a figurehead and everybody comes to you or somebody on your team, you get everything done, and then the boss goes and takes all the credit? And if something goes wrong, it's all your fault, right? So you know what I'm talking about. The seat of power and the seat of influence are in two different places. That organization is set up to fail even before it starts.